Beautiful people, welcome back. Kamina the coach here, coming back at you to talk with you again about energy and waves and quantum physics. It's been a while again. Repatriation is still difficult for me. The universe is like screaming at me though from every direction. I keep getting the universe keeps sending me this message: pick up your energy. Your energy is vibrating really low. I need you to pick up your vibration. So what do we know? So first of all, just because I'm doing this doesn't mean that I'm not pro-black. It doesn't mean that I don't support the movement. It means that I don't do the world any good sick. And dis-ease inside causes disease, right? So in order for me to be any kind of use to anyone, and I really feel like this is the truth for anyone, for me to be any kind of use to anyone, I have to be working at optimal force. And right now I'm not, or I haven't been. I am starting to build back up to where I was. And so what's been going on? The vibration in the United States is really low right now. So let's back up. Let's just talk about stuff, the basics. What do we know? We know that we are matter. Everything is matter. Everything is matter. Matter. The table, matter. Everything is matter. So even though we feel that matter is a solid, it's made up of atoms, neutrons, and protons that are vibrating. And that vibration, the speed with which those atoms are vibrating, is called a frequency. Okay? So the ego in our mind wants to tell us that we're separate from all of this. But the truth is, even though we might not be vibrating at the same frequency as, say, my throw blanket, we're still vibrating. We're still waves. We're still energy. All of it's energy, and really, we're all one. It's a lot to wrap your mind around. I know it is. Quantum physics has actually proven, and if you want to go check out a book called Energy Medicine, so there's two of them. There's one by a male author and there's one by a female author. Get the one by the female author. It's an older book. Shows all the studies that have been done on Reiki healing and focusing your energy, being able to affect. They have a machine that simulates flicking a coin, and people have been able to, so a machine that's creating this 50-50 type action, but people have been actually able to affect that percentage by focusing their concentration on it. So energy, your thoughts have created power. We're vibrating, the world is vibrating. The lower level emotions, fear, anger, jealousy, sadness, loneliness, grief, all of these are vibrating at a lower frequency, not as fast. So for somebody who's really intense, I'm really intense in case you don't know. So for somebody who's really intense, it's hard for me, it's very counter to me because I'm attracted to more mellow people. And so when people say low vibing, I'm really thinking like that smooth kind of, but no. So we're talking, when we're saying low vibing, we're talking about the emotions that are not favorable to feel. So let's not judge them bad or good. Let's just call them the ones that we don't enjoy feeling, or I don't think people enjoy feeling grief or sadness or loneliness. At least I don't. And I haven't been. So right now, I'm surrounded by a country that's feeling anxiety, fear, grief, anger, frustration. And almost an entire country is vibing at this frequency. So to me, in my mind, that's an angry frequency would be high, but this is this is the low frequency, right? This unhappy, this horrible feeling that I feel from being here. The best thing I can do for this situation is to focus on raising my energy. So it's kind of like that idea of, you know, you can't reach back to pull people out while you're still handicapped yourself. So my energy going out into the world, we could think of it like a pebble, right? So my energy is going to go out, and it's not just going one direction. I'm omnipotent, because we are the creative power of God. We are omnipotent. We are omnidirectional. So when I commit to feeling and emitting that higher vibrating frequency of love or gratitude, appreciation, thankfulness, when I emit these higher level frequencies, I'm like an antenna sending that higher vibration frequency out into the world. It's essentially like my best weapon. It's the best weapon, right? Because I was like, I've been just like, oh my gosh, what can I do? What can I do? Well, the truth is, the best thing I can do right now is focus on getting me back to where I need to be, right? Because when I've just said, oh, woe is me, it doesn't make any difference, and it's all gonna, well, I promise you that nothing ever good came from giving in to that feeling. Nothing good ever came to giving into that feeling. And the more you choose to stay in that place, the more you draw to you. Why? Because you're tuned into that frequency, that lower vibing frequency. So when you stay tuned into that lower vibing frequency for too long, that you start pulling other things that are vibrating at that frequency to you. So if I stay at this low vibe, which we will call the unfavorable. So if we stay at this low vibe that's called the unfavorable, and I'm like self-pity and self-despair, I meet a lot of hateful people, get cut off a lot in traffic. People aren't nice to me in the store, because I'm choosing to allow myself to stay at that low vibing frequency. So that's what I'm drawing to me. But when I tune myself to that higher frequency, like I was when I first got here, and now, mind you, the country had just gone into quarantine when I first got here, and it was really difficult then too. But I was freshly back into the United States, so I was still vibrating at a pretty high frequency. And I was just drawing more favorable situations to me. I drew happier people to me. I drew happier situations to me. So yes, so I am just doing this video to reaffirm that you don't really do the world any good vibrating at that negative frequency. Listen to the universe if you've ever been in tune with her. She's talking to you. I hear you. The universe has been telling me to bump up my frequency. I've been vibing too low. I hear you. All I can say is that even if you are alive in the midst of struggle, there is the choice to have whatever feeling. You can't change the direction the wind blows, but you can change your sails. So the dearly departed, God rest his soul, Nelson Mandela, spent so long in hard confinement, and then still came out of prison, over 20 years of prison, to lead the country that put him in prison in the first place. Even when you are in the darkest place you think you could have possibly been, how you feel is still your decision. It's your choice. And you don't serve yourself or anyone around you by staying in that low vibing frequency. If you think nothing else could, what else could be worse? Well, you could be dead, or you could not be able to see me, or you could not be able to hear me. It could always be worse. There's always something to be grateful for. So right now, if you are low vibing, and if you are a person of color in the United States, you may be low vibing. If you're a white person in the United States, you are probably low vibing, because the whole United States is low vibing right now. Just think of one thing you're grateful for. If it was really hot and it rained today, do you have a car? Do you have a place to live? Do you have clothes on? Did you eat something today? Do you have clean water to drink? Think of one thing and feel the gratitude for it. Feel it. I am so thankful to be able to hear. Sometimes I get so low that I'm like, what is there to be thankful for? I'm just thankful for my 5 senses. I'm thankful I woke up this morning. I'm thankful I get another chance. Gratitude is a wonderful way to raise your frequency. Listening to music tuned at 432 hertz. It's amazing. I had a tummy ache the other day and I was playing music at 432. And so this 432 is the frequency of happy feelings and positive feelings. Water tests have been done when they play music like Mozart that's been tuned to 432 hertz. It shows these beautiful designs versus like really hard heavy metal has these like really chaotic squiggly designs. So anyways, 432, the frequency of happiness and love. I set it on my tummy and it made me feel better, no lie. And the pain like kind of moved around and I just moved my phone as I needed. So that was pretty cool. So anyways, I actually feel a lot better just like getting this out. I think I needed to get this out. Thank you guys for putting up with me, loving me, sending your love to me. I'm so thankful and grateful for you all. So until next time, sending you love, light, peace, and joy, Kamina the coach, and we'll see you next time. Peace.